All right, guys, it's Miss Brittany again, your twin flame teacher, doing another video back to back for you. I have another message from the collective that I need to share. This message is for both divine masculines as well as divine feminines. Essentially, the universe is informing me that you need to focus on your healing. Many of you are either just coming out of a period or on the precipice of coming out of a period where you've dealt with a lot of failings surrounding school if you're in school, professional failings, or failings with relationships outside of your twin flame connection, maybe with family, friends, whatnot, failings for whatever reason. The failings have served as a point of great setback and frustration. We recently talked about in a video I put up last week about a missed opportunity that many of you suffered professionally. You need to focus at this point on yourself and not on union. Union is coming whether or not you or your divine counterpart is coming whether or not you are ready. Union will only come if you are in the place to receive it. And you can only be in that place if you are healed physically, mentally, and spiritually, okay? Some of you have already started the point at which you are undergoing that healing, whether you started it purposefully or you started it because the universe put you in a position where you had no choice but to heal. For those of you who have not, for whatever reason, started your healing, you need to consciously make a decision that you are going to heal. Physically, if you need to heal, if you are out of shape, not for the sake of looking like a model or whatnot, you need to put yourself in a position where for the sake of your health and this temple, which you have been given, that you bring it back to full health in its full peak physical condition. For those of you who mentally maybe are dealing with a lot of depression and stress, again, maybe it's related to the missed professional opportunity. Maybe it's due to the many failings that many of you for a long stretch of time have endured. Maybe with school, personally, relationships. You have to find ways to put yourself in a mind frame where you can mentally heal. Even if you cannot directly control the extenuating circumstances, you can control how you let it affect your temple, how you let it affect your mind, how you will let it affect how you see the world around you. You can affect the stress that it has on you. You can decide how you deal with those things. You have to make that type of decision. Spiritually, you've got to heal. Maybe I know we all come from various backgrounds. Some of you are Christians. Maybe you have found that you are no longer going to church like you used to. Get back on that ball. Maybe you are a Buddhist, or you go to some sort of a temple. You need to head back in that direction. Maybe you're just a spiritual person but don't necessarily associate with the religion, and maybe like me, you meditate. You need to get back on that. You've got to do whatever it is to get yourself in spiritual alignment where you are. And if you are someone who doesn't have any type of spiritual alignment, you've got to find what works and what is right for you, and you need to get in line, okay? Because, again, for many of you, you've already started this healing physically, mentally, and spiritually, whether by choice or because the universe put you in that position where you had no choice. But if you didn't start that healing, you need to start it now, because if you don't, it is not going to work well for you. Many of you, you've been wasting time. You could be wasting time in the sense that you are not healing, while many of us are doing the healing and the work that we need to do. Some of you, you're wasting time with the relationships around you. You have let those go. You know that you need to get relationships with your family back on track, with your friends back on track. You know what you need to do, and you're just not doing it. Maybe you're wasting time literally by just doing unnecessary things, sitting around and having unnecessary, unfulfilling conversations with people that don't matter. Maybe you are sitting around playing video games. Maybe you're sitting around telling yourself these sad sob stories of how the divine masculine is a jerk, how the divine feminine is a bitch. You need to stop it because, honey, dear child, you are wasting time. You have to learn from the experiences. Some of those experiences that you have to learn from are the experiences that you literally have just gone through, whether or not you think you're going through experiences with your divine masculine or divine feminine, specifically those of you who are in separation. You might feel like, how am I learning from an experience when there are no experiences happening because that jerk or that bitch isn't in my life? For starters, stop using that type of language about and towards your divine counterpart. That's absolutely unproductive. You're putting that negativity out in the universe. I don't need it, neither does your connection, okay? But for your counterpart, you need to learn from those experiences. Even in separation, dear ones, you are learning about yourself. You are learning about your partner. You are learning about this matrix we live in, okay? And if you fail to learn from those experiences,